I'm Peaceful Nik the Medium. I'm an evidential medium specializing in healing messages. I hope that I can help you with your healing and answer your questions about mediumship tonight. I'm excited to be here. Please put any comments in the chat. I'm also going to be watching on my laptop so I can see the comments there. So if you're here, give me a wave, say hello, tell me where you're from. I'm just getting started. I can see people are here, but I don't see the comments yet. So let me know if you're here. I'm trying to watch on this side, but I don't see myself live. Can anybody see me? Can you see me? Anything? Anybody? I wonder if I should go out and go in again. Oh, there I am. I can see it. Here. Okay. Oh, there I am. I gotta mute my laptop. Oh, okay. It's weird. I cannot see the comments on my phone, but I can see them on my laptop. How strange. Okay, so welcome everybody. Tell me where you're from. Hello, Karen, Jess. Oh, that's me, Nicole. I almost said hi to myself. Cheryl, Maria. I cannot see the comments on here. That is so wild. You never know with this app, right? You never know what's going to happen, but I'm glad to be here. Let me know where you're from. Tonight, I'm going to start with some information about clairs. And I know I have a couple of my students in here tonight. So I am going to expect them to get the answers correct. We're going to do some testing of your clairs to see if you can figure out shapes and colors of things that I have. I have some little objects that I'm going to be asking you to check out. Hi, Christine. Jess D is from Australia. Maria from New York. Hello, hello. I'm going to move my computer closer. It is so weird that I can't see the comments on the phone. So odd. Do you love my vent? It bugs me. It bugs me that you can see the vent. I know I shouldn't worry about that, but it bugs me. Hi, Kathy. Kathy will get the answers. Hi, Jane from St. Louis. I'm sure I've told you this, Jane. I was born in St. Louis. Christine, I'm going to do my best to get to a couple of readings tonight. I have done a bunch of readings today, so hopefully I'm have enough energy to do that. I'm going to put my... Now, I don't know if you'll see my comments. Hi, Janice. Let me see if this works. Oh, and by the way, all of my readings are $50 through the end of August, and they will be limited. So I don't know if you can see my comment. I put my website up. Just let me know if you guys can see that. Hi, Donna from Australia. Ooh, a couple people from Australia. I love it. Okay, so I want to talk about clairs, and I want you to tell me after, I'm going to name the 5 main clairs. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Christine. I'm going to name the 5 main clairs. I want you to tell me which ones you have in the chat as I go through them and explain them. Just say yes or no, because some of them are kind of hard to spell. So the first clair I'm going to talk about is claircognizance. Claircognizance is a clear knowing. Most people have this and don't know they have it. I had it my whole life and had no idea. I feel like such a ding dong now, that I had it my whole life and had no idea. I thought everybody knew things before they happened. And I didn't know until I was getting trained by my mediumship mentor that I had claircognizance. And so it's just, thank you, Janice. Claircognizance is a knowing. When information is in your head, some people think of it as intuition, instinct, precognition. For instance, if you're talking, you're just, sitting around in the evening, blabbing with your family, and all of a sudden you think of your sister. This happens to me and my sister all the time. And the phone rings and it's her. That's claircognizance. It's like what you would think of as a psychic power. Knowing something. You don't know how you know it or why you know it, but you know it. All right, Christine says yes, very much. And Cheryl says, how long is the reading? My $50 readings right now are 30 minutes. It says 20 to 30, but usually they're 30. The other day one lasted longer than that. Cheryl, Maria, yes. Hi, Carol. Hugs to all from Connie. Thank you. I still can't see the comments on my phone, so I'm glad I have this open. Jane says sometimes. I think moms probably have claircognizance the most when they're dealing with their kids, and people who are teachers and nurses and doctors. Anybody caring for other people. Kelly, I know you do. Moms have it because they're like, I know what that kid did when I wasn't looking. All right, so the next one is clairvoyance. Now, some people can't see things in their mind's eye, but clairvoyance is kind of like daydreaming. Let me clarify that. When you're having clairvoyance happen, it looks like in your head similar to what daydreaming would look like. It's not daydreaming. Hi, Lori. It's not daydreaming per se, but it can appear in your head like daydreaming. So it's like a little video or pictures or flashes of images. Clear seeing is clairvoyance. So my first 2 major mediumship experiences before I had any clue that I was a medium were both very clairvoyant. I saw a full color video of this young man in my head. And I could hear him talking also, so that's clairaudience, but we'll get to that. So if you have clairvoyance and you can see things in your head before they happen, give me a yes or a hello or something, a wave. I like that little puppy dog. Clairvoyance. Let me know if you have clairvoyance. Clairvoyance. And I think it's so interesting that the chat isn't on here. Sorta, Christine, Maria, sometimes. Yeah, clairvoyance is a pretty spectacular thing to have, and sometimes we don't realize that's what's happening. And sometimes if you have any mediumship or psychic training or anything like that, you know about it, but a lot of people have it that don't realize that that's what's happening. All right, so no more answers for clairvoyance. Clairaudience, which I mentioned a few minutes ago, is clear hearing. So clairaudience is when you hear things inside or outside of your head, and clairvoyance can be inside and outside of your head as well. Just let me clear that up. Clairaudience is when you hear words or sentences or music or just about anything that didn't come from your mind. So if you are, sometimes I get a lot of people ask me this question. I was laying in bed, and this is the question. I was laying in bed and I was falling asleep, and I heard clear as a bell someone call my name. I get this. Does that happen to anybody else? You hear your name called outside of your head? I've heard several different bursts of words over the years, not thinking much of it. When I do my mediumship readings, the sound is inside my head mostly. Christine says, not really. Connie, I have. John and Marie, yes. I'm not sure if that's from, yeah. Okay. So clairaudience is also a very powerful, only twice after your son passed, Janice says. Was that your son talking to you, Janice? That happens. Our loved ones in spirit often want to tell us they're safe and at peace, so you don't worry about them. And so they'll often come to us after they pass. So that is something very beautiful that happens. Sometimes they come full figure. My mother comes to my sister. Well, she used to. I don't know anymore. One of my older sisters, she comes and stands at the end of her bed and she can fully see her. Jane says a couple times. All right, so that's clairaudience, clear hearing. All right, the next one is interesting. And Kathy, I wonder if you have any thing to add, because I'm going to ask a question to anybody with mediumship experience. Lately, okay, so clairalience is clear smelling. So like you'll smell someone's perfume, or you'll smell your grandpa's cologne or your dad's cologne, or cigars, or your best friend's cigarettes. You'll just get a whiff of it. And nobody around you has that, they're not smoking, there's no perfume, anything like that. That's clairalience. That is something I get just in my regular life, but rarely ever get when I'm doing readings. Maybe only a couple of times. So Alice says, hearing mama in my dreams. Christine, yes. From Maria, Lucille, seeing my morning in my dreams. Just about every night, I think that says. I have in the past, seeing my mother. Okay. Jane in the past. I'll talk about that in a minute, Lucille. I dream about my mom all the time. She died in 1986. So clairalience is clear smelling. And lately, something very unusual has been happening. I'll just be in my house. I work from home, and I'll get different smells, absolutely random smells. I have no idea who they belong to. It's probably because I'm, doing readings several days a week. But they don't come during the readings. They come like before, and I'll do a few readings in a row when I do my readings. And it's like, I'm not sure who this is going to belong to. So I don't know if Kathy or Holly or Kelly or anybody else on here just has random smells just out of the clear blue sky for no reason. I can't seem to attach it to anyone. And then clairgustance is taste. So clairalience is the smell, clairgustance is the taste. Same kind of thing. You'll taste things. They're connected because those senses are connected in our body anyway. So like a few times I've gotten the taste of cornbread during readings, which is so interesting. I got a chicken pot pie taste one day. So that is, does anybody get the taste of something that they haven't eaten, that's not around, and they don't know where that comes from? That's clairgustance, clear tasting. Now, some of these clairs you might find online, they have different terms for them. That's okay. There's, different people from different places came up with terms. So this is just how I learned it and the terms I use. Christine says no. Okay. So those are the 5 main clairs. Does anybody have all 5? If you have all 5, put a 5 in the chat. If you have 4 of the ones I mentioned, put 4, 3, 2, or 1, or 0. So let me know how many you think you have, and from that list I gave, and then we will move on to the testing part. Dun, 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 dun. Christine 2 or 3. So those are things you can develop. So you can develop all your clairs by practicing, by expanding your awareness. Oh, here they come. Yay. All right. Cheryl has 1. Janice has 0. Janice, I bet you have more than 0. Jess has 1. Maria 3. Yeah, the main 3 I use, and Kelly, I bet you have more than 2. I'm sure of it. The main 3 I use are claircognizance, clairvoyance, and clairaudience. And sometimes people may think they're only come in one at a time, but for me, and all mediums work very differently. All of them have their own style. For me, all of those clairs kind of overlap, and I get them all together. So it's not like I'll just get a stream of sounds in one reading, and then the next reading I'll just see pictures. They kind of all overlap for me. And everybody works a little different. Janice, well, maybe 1. Okay. Carol 1. Donna Marie 1. Connie 2. Okay, good, good, good. Awesome. So are you ready for the test? Let's see. I'm going to do a brief color test first. I have, I'm going to hide behind, well, here, I'll hide it behind here. So I have my little envelope here. I'm going to hide a color on the back side of this. Okay. So I'm going to pick up the color and hide it. So don't. All right. I have the color and I'm going to project the color out. All right. So I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Take another breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Expand your awareness. Expand your awareness and try to visualize the color that I'm hiding behind this envelope. Expand it like a bubble, moving out and around the back side of this. Whatever your first instinct is, type it in the chat if you're comfortable. Expand your awareness. Expand your awareness. Bring your bubble of thought around to the back side. Okay. All right, let's see. I saw two people get it exactly right. Okay. Are you ready? Purple. It does look in this light pink, but it's actually purple. So those of you who said purple, very good. Those of you who said pink or blue, you're close, right? Because blue and pink or blue and red make purple. Very good. All right, let's do another color, okay? It's not the color of this, so just FYI. Okay, another color. Take a deep breath. Taking the color, I'm hiding it behind here. Expand your awareness in a big bubble. Project it out. What color do you see, hear, or know? Your first instinct is usually right. Oh, and Janice says, I thought of purple but changed. See, that's a very, very good point. Always go with your first instinct. Always go with your first instinct. Whatever it is, go with your first instinct. All right, let's see. When I get a correct one, when I get a correct answer, I'll let you know. So far, anybody else? Anybody else? A lot of green. That's so interesting. It was pink. Pink paper. So Janice, Jane, who said red, you were close. And then, but you know what's interesting? Let me show you guys something. I have tissue, I have allergies all the time, but this is my tissue box next to me. And a bunch of people said green. Isn't that interesting? They could feel that. You could feel it. So very good. Hi, Stephen. Welcome. Okay, now let's do a shape, okay? I have a shape I'm going to hide behind here, and I want you to try to expand your awareness. I'm going to hide it, okay? I want you to take your deep breaths and expand your awareness. And try to see, feel, hear, or know what's behind here. What shape is it? Okay? Take some deep breaths. Expand your awareness. Expand your awareness into a bubble. And then whenever you're ready, type in the chat what shape you think it is. I'm still holding it. I probably should have cleaned everything off my desk before I did this because I have a lot of different shapes on my desk. I'm seeing some correct answers. I love it. I love it. Very good. All right, so the first answer, Janice, correct. It's a star, but it has a square on it, and I didn't even think of that when I picked this. This is a star. So Janice, and then anybody who said triangle, because a star is made of triangles. And then Kelly went from square to star. Good, that was you expanding your awareness. Excellent. And then Jess, star to oval. So stick with it. Were you second guessing yourself, Jess? Good job. Good, good, good. Very good. Okay. I have another shape. Are you guys ready? So good job, anybody. Let's see. Joanne said diamond shaped. So yeah, so that would be like some diamonds added together. All right, have another shape. Are you ready? And then I'm going to pick a tarot card after that from my deck, just for you guys to guess what's on it. And then we'll do a picture. All right, have another shape. Are you ready? Deep breaths. Expand your awareness. This one's like a little more complicated, okay? Expand your awareness and try to see behind here. form a bubble in your mind and expand around. If you think you have it, write it in the chat. It's interesting, and I'll tell you why this is interesting. Because the shape I'm holding is three-dimensional, and I was pointing a specific side of it, and you'll see when I show you. I'm just waiting for more of the chat to load. No, but I have a tree right here, Kelly, actually. I have a little chakra tree, but that's not what I was holding. Okay, are you ready? So it's interesting because a bunch of people said square. And when I was holding the shape towards you, this was the side I was holding and aiming towards you. So anybody who said square was correct. However, my intention was a pyramid, but I held it this way. So anybody that said triangle, this pyramid's made of triangles, 4 triangles and a square. So these are my little chakra pyramids. I have a whole bunch of them. So we had Connie said square, Carol said triangle, Christine started with square and then changed to octagon. So you saw that it had different shapes to it, right? Good. And then Lucille, I think, said square. I think that was for this one. All right. Now, very good. All right. We're going to do one tarot card. This is my deck. I don't know how to use them yet because I'm planning on learning. I'm just going to pick one randomly. And anything you get as far as colors, shapes, numbers. So these tarot cards have numbers, they have shapes, they have colors, they have all kinds of different things. You guys have these are the traditional tarot cards, the most common ones you see. So I'm going to pick one at random, and whatever you think is on here, write it in the chat. Okay. So I'm just going to pick one randomly and then set those down. All right. And I'm looking at it. Okay. So this is the card. So on the side with the pictures on it, there are shapes, colors, objects, all different kinds of things. And if you're really advanced, you might guess what the name of the card is. So take some deep breaths. Expand your awareness. Forming a bubble around the card. And anything you get, type it in the chat. Colors, shapes, scenery, things that are on the card, words that are on the card. Anything you get, type it in the chat. Anybody else? Okay, is that everybody? I see some of you are know some of the cards. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so, oh, fascinating. So many of you got parts of this right. It blows my mind. All right, I'm going to show you the card. So we have a man. We have a cup, Kelly. Somebody said trees. I don't know if you can see. There's a lot of trees and there's red. Very good. What else? Yellow. I think there's a sword. Is there a sword on there? Oh, it's King of Cups. I don't know if he has a sword or not. It's hard to tell. My eyes aren't as good. So the first person, Christine, a man, maroon. I don't see a trident, but that's pretty good. Good, good, good. Excellent. Good job. Very good. Last one. Are you ready? So this is a picture, a photograph, okay? There is a person or people in this picture. So I want you to see if you can guess how many people. Is it 0 people? There's definitely at least one person. Is it 1 person? Is it 50 people? Guess the number of people. And once you guess that, try to figure out, are they old people? Are they young people? Are they male? Are they female? What are they wearing? Whatever you get, put it in the chat, okay? This is the last one. All right. I'm putting it behind this paper here. And if you know what the frame looks like, it is in a frame. So behind here is a photograph of people. Expand your awareness. Take deep breaths. How many people? Are there any colors? Are they young or old? And maybe their relationship to each other, if there's more than one. And if you can't figure that out, what does the frame look like? I have some good answers. You guys are doing great. This is amazing. Okay, I'll wait 30 more seconds. And then we'll have the big reveal. A lot of people got the number of people correct. Okay, are you ready? 3 people. Oh, Kelly just got in. Yay! 3 people. A mom, a dad, and a baby. So that's my mom before she bleached her hair blonde. That's my dad. He looks nothing like that now. And then that's me. This was my baptism picture. So somebody said 3 people in white somewhere. A lot of people said 3 people. Somebody said a family, mom, dad, 3 children. So you got the 3, right? And there were 3 other children in the family at the time this picture was taken, by the way. They just aren't in this part of the picture. 3 people. And that kind of does look like a nurse's outfit, right? My mom wasn't a nurse, but that kind of does look like a 1970-something nurse's outfit. 3, lots of 3s. Very good. Excellent job. Sorry if you can hear the noise outside. People are driving their cars fast with the big loud pipes. Good, good, good. Yeah, it does look like a nurse outfit, right? Beautiful. So that is the picture. You guys did a great job. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. So does anybody have any questions about mediumship, or questions about how I do mediumship? Let me know and I'll answer some questions, and hopefully, and I think I'm going to do a giveaway, a free mini reading giveaway at the end of this. So if you're here at the end, I have too much stuff. I just can't keep track of all of it. I have stuff everywhere. I don't have enough room. I have a million shelves and they're all full. Any questions about mediumship? Let's see. I think somebody's at my Ring doorbell, you know, the little thing that you can see, because I'm getting an alert. While you guys think of questions, let me go see. Oh, my face looks long. Let me go see who that is. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, I am back. Great, Jess, very good question. Thank you guys for being patient. Do you feel physical sensations when you channel? Yes, I get a lot of physical sensations. Sometimes they're so overwhelming that I have to take a minute. I have to tell them to pull it back. I get a lot of nose itching. Like I have somebody coming through right now. Sometimes when I walk away from the camera, they show up. And I get a lot of nose itching. Just that's my signal. They're here for some reason. It doesn't make any sense, but that's what it is. And I do get physical sensations. I get chest pains for heart or lung. I have felt the sensation of, I'll say it this way, a projectile entering somebody's body. I have felt the sensation of getting bashed in the head. Sharp pains in different parts of the body where ailments occurred. Sometimes I see a word, like I was giving a reading one day and I could see congestive heart failure in white font go across my head, like my mind's eye. So yeah, I do feel physical sensations. Sometimes I feel like I can't breathe, like I'm being choked. I did a reading the other day and I felt like I couldn't get any breath because I felt, and they weren't choked physically, but they did have inhale something that made their breathing constricted. It's not scary if you're prepared for it. I think the first couple of times it happened, I didn't realize it was associated with the readings. And then later I realized, oh, I felt my chest pain, and then I didn't understand that was the reading, and I heard heart attack, and then I started to, oh, that's why I had the chest pain. So it took me a little bit to understand that's what was happening. Connie, great question. Do you see them in human form? So I am a scaredy cat, and I have asked Spirit not to show themselves to me in human form as of now. I think it would scare me. I have PTSD. And so I don't want to be, laying in bed at 3 a.m, getting up to go to the restroom and have a spirit standing there. That might give me a heart attack. So, I've asked them not to do that. I have seen, many years before I was a medium, I have seen fully formed physical bodies of people that was like a translucent dark gray in my house during the day. So it was daytime, all the lights were on. It wasn't, maybe it was a flash. No, it was fully formed right 5-10 feet away from me. And it didn't scare me, probably because it was broad daylight and, and weird things happened in my family a lot. Stephen says, can you manifest a soul or souls to physically appear and temporarily lower their vibration? I have never tried to do that. Stephen, I've never tried to do that. Just exactly what you're writing there, you can ask them to do that. Say whoever it is. And I don't know if asking them to lower their vibration is the correct terminology. I would say you need to raise your vibration and shift your mind to be able to see them. That's how I would interpret it. So just ask them to do that and practice doing that. Cheryl, did you inherit your gift or siblings have the gift? So I believe my mother passed when she was 40, and I believe she was very psychic. She was not trained in any way. She actually was an alcoholic, and that contributed to her passing at such a young age. So I believe part of her anxiety and alcoholism, besides the trauma she experienced in her life, I think she was an untrained psychic. She told me a month before she died that she was going to die. And the illness she died from pneumonia a month later. So she had no idea she was going to get pneumonia a month later. So I believe she had a lot of paranormal stuff happen in her life and in our lives when we were kids. And I have a sister who's extremely psychic and may turn into a medical intuitive. So yeah, I think it can pass through families. And I don't know if it's a gene or I think everybody has it. It's just, is your family allowing you to explore that gift without shame? Because a lot of people shame their loved ones for doing these things and tell them, you're going to hell and blah, blah, blah. So I don't like that. Hi, Jacqueline. Thank you, honey. That's okay, Stephen. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Can I ask, is somebody on here? I have this child in spirit that could be a pregnancy loss or a very young child. Does anybody on here, does anybody have a child in spirit? It seems like a young child, or maybe that's how they're presenting themselves to me, because they're just hanging around me since I checked the doorbell. Let me know. If not, oh, that's shaking that. Your son. I was going to ask if it was a boy. Was he very young? Jacqueline. Okay. And Joanne. This seems like a young child. Jacqueline, does he have a son? Because they're showing me a young child. It looks like a young boy to me. And please, thank you for your patience while the comments load. Okay. And this may be for somebody that will watch the replay, so let me get this message. So this is, oh, I had this the other day. Same message. Okay. So for anyone who's lost a pregnancy, whether it was natural or not natural, any pregnancy loss, please know that the souls are safe and at peace. All right, Connie had a newborn grandbaby. Is that what that says? Is that baby still with us? So know that the souls of any unborn child is safe and at peace. You don't ever have to worry or feel guilt if you lost a pregnancy in any way. Connie, clarify what you mean. And is that baby, is that grandson living or passed? And for those of you who don't know, when I do readings, I write notes and draw pictures. And thank you for your patience while we wait. And for whatever reason, in the group, I have a hard time bringing people up. Died at birth, that's where I am. Okay, Connie. Perfect, thank you. This is for you. Okay. He's showing me a blue blanket. Okay, that's common and normal. Does someone have, he's having me draw a box. Ooh, he's overwhelming me. Oh. Does somebody have a box with little things from the hospital in it? I see a photo of him. Did they take photos? I know some families do, some families don't. And then the box with like the little hat and the little hospital band and things like that. feel like there's a box. Let me know if you understand any of that. And then, did someone get like footprints tattooed, or footprints, some kind, or handprints of the baby put on something? And I haven't had a comment load in a little bit, so I don't know if anybody's getting any of this. So Connie, somebody, anybody put a comment in just so I can see that they're still there. So I have a box of things, showing me a photo. You're listening. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I don't know where Connie went. Thank you, guys. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything from Connie, but I just want you to know that the soul of your grandson is, okay. All right, but can you take any of the things I said? The box of things, the photo, the tattoo, and the footprints or handprints. Just let me know in the comments, and tell his parents, whoever you have contact with, one or both, that their son, it's so interesting. Can I tell you, while I wait for her to comment, I have a client who I believe is on here today. And her granddaughter was born prematurely and passed, and I've given her several readings, and she's been bringing through these small babies to do these readings. Okay. Thank you, Connie. All right. Just let them know the soul of this child is safe and being cared for. Okay. If you understand any of it, let me know in the comments, because I was a little confused because you said newborn and then you said 5 months. So, but thank you. Know that they are safe and at peace. Okay. I also have a male here who I believe is a son, and this might be for Jacqueline. If you're still here, let me know. And this is someone, a male, who passed from addiction, or addiction contributed to their passing, meaning, okay, let me know if the addiction is for you. It could have been mental health that led into addiction, that led into something else. So if anybody understands this, okay, thank you. If anybody understands, I have a male, youngish, who had mental health and or addiction, let me know. Okay, Kristen. Oh, Alicia. Okay, thank you. All right, so let's see who this is, okay? So I'm going to continue. Okay. All right, so this is a lot. And this, oh, this happens to me. I get these piggybacks, okay? And sometimes, okay. Yeah, okay, perfect. So there's several people on here. And when this happens, they all want to get a message. And it's going to be nearly impossible to give a mini reading that's going to be exact and precise enough. So this is when I do a collective message, okay? So be patient. Let's see what happens, because a lot of people took this. Okay. And he's saying, I think he's saying, give her a rose, something about a rose. And flowers can be symbolic of love, or this could be a literal flower. This could be something you just planted, something you just received, something you had tattooed or emblazoned on something, or a painting or picture. Give her a rose. And then this seems, the next thing I'm going to say seems a little specific and unusual, and I don't usually hear things like this, and it's not literal. He's not saying this literally, because he's saying, okay, Joanne can take the rose, perfect. He's saying, the devil made me do it, but he doesn't mean the devil, because I don't believe the devil's real. He's meaning it figuratively, like there's a part of his mind that wasn't well. And it's almost as if he referred to that as the devil, but not the religious devil. Christine, the large bouquet. Okay, so this is going to be, okay, and Janice says it sounds like my son. So this is obviously a collective, because there's little pieces of evidence that all kind of go together in the group. Okay, so now they want me to butterfly and roses. Okay, perfect. They want me to channel a message. Just be patient. Does somebody have a note left behind? They're having me draw handwriting. And I'm hearing like Lily Bell, something that sounds like that. I can't really tell what it is. They're having me handwrite. Somebody have something handwritten? A tattoo of handwriting or paper handwriting? Okay, that's okay. This could be collective. All right. Gosh, they're bombarding me with so much. I can't tell what they're saying. All right. They're saying time. Take time and care. Be kind. They're saying you never know what somebody's going through, and don't overlook people. Don't overlook people. Like if you're in the, like they're showing me, you're in the grocery store and you see somebody who's struggling. Your smile, say hello and smile. It could change somebody's day. It could change somebody's, the trajectory of their life. Everybody's struggling and suffering in some way. And they're saying, be the person you needed. Be the person you needed when you needed someone the most. It's the only way to change the world. You don't have to change everybody, but the people you're in contact with. Be the person you needed. Be the example. And that's the collective message from these young men who suffered with mental health and addiction issues and other illnesses. Be the person you needed. And they're screaming it at me. They're like in unison. Be the person you needed. They're like, put it on a sign. Write it down so you remember it. Every day, be the person you needed. This is so bizarre. It's like they're overtaking me. So they want everyone to know, everybody who's here, even if this reading isn't for you, be the person you needed. And then they're talking about the upheaval, just general upheaval in the world in every way. They're saying, be careful with what you consume in the media, social media, news media. What you consume on a regular basis can be toxic. So be careful what you consume. Media, news media, social media, whatever. If you're watching scary movies or murder movies or whatever, don't consume negativity constantly. Make sure you limit that as much as possible because it can change your mindset. Ooh, I have never had a channel like this. It's fascinating. So know that the souls of these men are safe and at peace. And they're talking about guiding. They're saying we're here more. We can help more from here. That's what they're saying. We can help more from here. So they are whatever you want to call it, a helper guide, a life guide, whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't call it a spirit guide necessarily, but if that's how if you want to, you can. Thank you guys for the comments. Okay, Janice. Okay, I'm just catching up with the comments. Okay. The notes. Thank you guys. Sounds like my son. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. Kelly said heard. Strong message. Yeah, I'm sweating. I'm really hot. Whew. I'm actually glad so many of you could take that. They're all helping each of us. Yes. Christine, yes. That's what they're saying, and they just keep saying, be the person you needed. Be the person you needed. Because I feel like all of you have someone in your life that's struggling. Obviously, we all do, right? And they want you to be the person you needed for them. Whether it's the checker at the grocery store, or your niece, or your grandson, or your neighbor. Everybody needs some kind of help, and they're just screaming at me that this is how we can make the world better. Just in our little circle. We don't have to be a world famous person. Just help the people around us as much as we can, reasonably, right? Without putting ourselves out. Janice. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, that was really bizarre and wonderful. I've never had something like that happen in that way. Okay. Ooh. It's going to take me, I want to have to take a few breaths. Okay. All right. Okay. I have a mother figure coming through. This is mother figure could be mom, grandma, aunt that was like a mom, somebody, best friend's mom, mother figure. I feel like there's two sides to this coin here. Thank you, Teresia. I'm glad you're here. She's having me draw eyes. All right. Mother figure. She made me draw a cartoon face. I don't know if this has to do with like art. Oh, I'm sorry, Nayla. Okay, Jacqueline. You know, this happened. Kathy and I were doing, we have our spirit exchange once a month, and we were doing our spirit exchange, and one of our clients got like 3 readings in a row in the spirit exchange. It was like, you know, it's a group. So, you know, you're supposed to do one person, then another person, and people kept coming through for her over and over. So sometimes that happens. Okay, so I almost feel like there's 2 different, either this woman had 2 sides of her personality, or this is 2 different mothers. So I have one mother or side of personality that was quite dysfunctional, mental health issues. And then I have another side of her personality that was very different. If that applies to you, Jacqueline, let me know. Or anybody with a dysfunctional, I'm not talking about regular dysfunctional, like pretty dysfunctional mother figure. Mother or mother figure. And I'm just waiting for the comments to load, everybody. Thank you for waiting. Okay. Aside from that, Jacqueline, how was she in life? How was her mental state before that? A grandmother who was bipolar. Okay. Jane sounds like my ex-mother-in-law. Okay, so let's see who this is. All right. And it's funny because you said bipolar. Okay. Because I felt very much, it's 2 sides. All right. I'm just seeing like, you know, family coming over for some kind of gathering or holiday, and 1 minute she's like normal, and the next minute she's very erratic, and smoking. Now the smoke could be somebody in the house smoking. That's not her, but I do see cigarette smoke. Janice. Okay, so Jacqueline, thank you for clarifying. Mother was really bad last year, disowned all the daughters, but... Okay, Kristen's taking this. Told her granddaughter how much she loved and missed us. Okay, interesting. All right, Kristen. All right. I really felt, okay, so Kristen and Jane. Okay. And then I almost, this is a stretch, but I almost feel, I'm hearing, and this could be symbolic, spaghetti on the wall. Like there was food flung on the wall, or there was a food fight, or food got destroyed. If you understand, this could mean a number of different things, but it doesn't have to be spaghetti, but that's what I'm hearing, spaghetti on the wall. So let me know if like something happened at one of these gatherings where the food got destroyed or messed up. And it doesn't have to be her that did it. This could be a memory. That she would have witnessed or been involved in some way. And then pills. Pills, pills, pills. She's talking about pills, medication, and the not being on the right medication or being moved from one medication to another. Yep. Okay. And I almost feel like she's, let me, oh yes, perfect, medication. Okay. Did she ever get hospitalized for this? I almost feel like I see someone trying to take her, and I'm hearing against her will. Okay, thank you, Donna. I almost feel like somebody's trying to take her against her will. I don't know if it's a rehab or a psych ward. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay. And again, it could be collective, but oh, is this, I'm sorry if that's wiggling. I'm just drawing like a maniac. So there are a lot of people put on medications for things, and there's a reason we call it practicing medicine. Doctors are practicing on us. They don't, the brain, the neurochemistry in the brain is so complex. There's no way we know everything we need to know to properly medicate people with these types of problems like bipolar, schizophrenia. We don't know everything. So a lot of times people are given medication that doesn't work for them. And this just doesn't mean for psychological disorders. This is all disorders, everything. I'm sure we all know people who have been misdiagnosed, over-medicated, under-medicated, improperly medicated. All of these things happen, and it's really bad when it's something in the brain, because it can really mess up our brain chemistry, even worse than it already is if we have a problem. So the messages from this mother figure or mother, grandmother, make sure all of the people who you know who are medicated, make sure to keep a close eye on them, and that the medication's working if you choose that. And it's okay to choose alternative methods if they work. There's so many problems with medication. So many problems. Sometimes they make it worse. I've known a few people in my life where medication made them far worse than they were before they were on medication. But doctors, you know, they get 15 minutes to see a patient, they shove a pill at them. So just be aware of that. Be careful if anybody's trying to give you or any of your loved ones a medication for something like that. And just be aware that it's an ongoing issue. People being misdiagnosed, medicated improperly, And it's okay not to take the first doctor's advice. And follow your instincts, especially if it's like your child or your spouse or your parent, and they're just trying to shove medicine down their throat. Just be very careful. I'm not a doctor. I do have science degrees, but just be careful. I've seen a lot of tragic things happen to people who get the wrong medicine, especially with something like bipolar and things like that, because it can cause, and depression. A lot of depression medicine can make people more depressed. So just be extra aware. Know that these ladies in spirit are safe and at peace, and they're free of that neurochemical problem. So our brain chemistry can be messed up because our bodies are just biology, right? Our soul is perfect and pure. So sometimes our soul goes into our body, but our body is messed up, and those two things don't meld well together. And so sometimes disasters can occur, unfortunately, for their loved ones, the children they raise, the family they're around. And just know that the soul is pure. Always know the soul is pure. The soul is always apologetic. I have so many readings where people come through and apologize for things they did because they are aware of what happened. It was the human. We're animals, so we have that animal instinct and the animal stuff that we do, but the soul is the pure part. So they're aware of it. They just, they're very sorry about any pain they cause. Let's see, any other questions? I'm starting to get very, very tired. Any other questions? If you have never gotten a private reading from me and you want to be in the drawing for a free mini reading, or you want to gift a free mini reading, say hi in the comments and I'll randomly pick one for a free mini reading. Joanne says, I can vouch for that too. I reached out for help for depression and panic disorder, and since I was given medication, I ended up feeling worse. Yep. And then you have to taper off because they're so strong. Yep. Okay, everybody's highs are coming in. I'll give it a few more seconds. All of my private full one-on-one readings are only $50 to the end of August. I only have a couple spaces at the end of July and a few spaces in August open. I am traveling for my other job in July and August, so those spaces are limited, and the $50 special will end in August. So if you want a reading that's normally $150 for $50, you can book on my website, peacefulnikthemedium.com. I'll put that in again. And if you have any questions, you can email me. It's the same, peacefulnikthemedium@gmail.com. I'll be happy to answer any questions. Anybody else want to be in the drawing? I'm going to swipe up and down, and hopefully Christine and LaTrenta. Have I already given you have I given you a private reading? Where'd you go? What happened? You're welcome, Jacqueline. Christine Ann, are you there? Christine Ann. Yay! Email me. I don't know if you have my email. I feel like I gave you a reading. Should I give you a reading? I remember LaTrenta for some reason. Email me, and if you've already had a one-on-one, you can gift the mini reading. And oh, somebody's trying to join me on video. Nope, I'm wrapping up. Sorry about that. Okay, thank you for joining me. Yes, but can I still win? Yes. Just email me. I thought your name sounded familiar. And you can gift it to somebody if you'd like. Okay, so thank you guys. I will be traveling the last 2 weeks of July. So I don't know if I'll have time to go live until maybe the 1st of August. So I will be back live in the group, but I am traveling for my science stuff to LA. So I'm very excited. I'm teaching a special Mars class at the University of Southern California. So I'm super excited about that. You are so welcome, everyone. I'm happy to join this group and give these readings. Yay, Kelly. Kelly's one of my students. I have another student on here if she's still watching. If you have any questions, please email me. I'm happy to answer any questions via email. Oh, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have tons of free information on my YouTube channel. It's at Peaceful Nik. And I will see you guys all in 3 or 4 weeks after I get back from my big trip. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Have a great night and have a safe 4th of July. Bye.